Is it going? Hello and welcome to the Star Wars Stuff podcast, where we talk about all things Star Wars. My name is James.
I'm Mary.
And before we get started, I have some amazing people to thank. I know it's a little weird. It's just Mary and I today, so bear with me if you saw us before, I didn't know what I was doing when we when we launched it. I was like, is it going? Is it going? All right. We got to thank our Patreon members. We got Liam McCallion, Kevin Leininger, Devin McCaffrey, Zach Netzel, wherever Zach is, Maya Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Mariana Atia Arnold. That sounds familiar.
Who is that?
Resk Jedi 27, Alex Blundell, and Indiana Solo. Thank you so much for contributing to our Patreon. It goes a long way. Trust me. We're getting ready for all the conventions we're going to be going to in 2026.
So excited.
That's thanks to your contribution, patron members, not paying for our tickets to go, but paying for things so we can show people when we're there. Get, shirts, merch, like some merch that we can have, some toys.
I think we're gonna have a wheel that you can buy a ticket for, spin the wheel, get a prize.
There we go.
And I think we said if you can stump Craig, who should be joining us soon,
yes,
at trivia, you get a prize.
Very true. And so we actually already have quite a bit of cool stuff already. And so, yeah, that's exciting. So once again, Patreon members, thank you so much. How was your Thanksgiving?
It's good. I spent time with my dad and I spent time with my in-laws.
Nice.
And I took a really great nap while watching Elf. So that was great.
One does when they're watching Elf.
Thanksgiving dinner done, straight into a Christmas movie.
Is your tree already up and everything for Christmas?
Oh, it's been up since the day after Halloween. Oh yeah, we're that family. We're definitely that family. We have Christmas lights up. We have Christmas tree up we do a theme every year of like how our Christmas tree will look and stuff. Yeah, we're definitely that type of household.
Have you seen the Darth Vader Christmas tree that some people have set up? Have y'all done that before?
No, we've done A Nightmare Before Christmas tree. We've done like a Disneyland Parks ornaments tree.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm. And then we've done like color themes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we've done so far.
I got to put my tree up. I don't know when. It's somewhere in my closet right now. I got to set it all up. And
you only have 2 weeks.
I know. Is it? It's not 2. It's like 3 weeks. We have 3 weeks.
Where are you gonna put your presents in? What are you gonna put your presents under? Come on.
You got a point there. But anyways, my Thanksgiving. Oh, by the way, my Thanksgiving was great. Thanks for asking.
How was your Thanksgiving, James?
It was great. It was wonderful. My wife's family came in and we hung out, watched movies. We watched Jaws. Of all movies to watch for Thanksgiving.
That's the perfect Christmas movie.
That's the perfect Thanksgiving movie.
Die Hard? Who needs Die Hard when you have Jaws?
That's what I keep telling people. No one listens to me. So yeah, we watched Jaws and we watched Once Upon a Time and we did watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and One Battle After Another. So it's like a Leonardo DiCaprio themed Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then we went to the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures.
Fun.
Guess what I saw?
Yeah, you sent the pictures. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I didn't. Did I send you the C-3PO picture?
No.
Oh, I suck. Yeah, they have the 3PO suit from The Force Awakens. So the cool thing about the Academy Museum is like it's
Anthony Daniels was in it.
Yes, it's the actual stuff. It's not like, no offense to some of these conventions, when you see the Darth Vader costume, you go, oh my gosh, that's the Darth Vader costume, but it's a replica of it. At the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures and Sciences, it's the actual thing. So they had Finn's helmet with the blood streak that John Boyega actually wore in the Force Awakens.
You sent us that picture.
Yes. They had all the porgs. All the porgs were lined up there. They had Rey's lightsaber And
Cool.
I believe, and like it's the smallest. I was like, what? And it was Rose Tico's that Kelly Marie Tran wore.
Oh,
In
the
the last
necklace?
movie. No, the
The
ring
ring?
she has on.
Oh, gotcha.
And I was like, that's so cool. So yeah, that was actually pretty exciting. They had other crazy cool things there. So if you're
That
ever
sounds cool.
do it. Oh, there was a Jaws exhibit. So I just want to throw that out there. There was a Jaws, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time walking through that exhibit. But anyways, back to Deadpool. So I messaged Mary and I said, okay, I need you to do me a favor. I don't know what we're going to talk about tonight.
Oh, yeah.
But think of your favorite moments in Star Wars from all 9 movies. Think of that one. Okay, go for it.
You said the movies. So I also included Solo, Rogue One.
Good.
And I have honorable mention Clone Wars, the series.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's what I've thought up so far in the last 15 minutes.
But she tells me I can't, and then we're about to record, and then she goes, "Oh, by the way, so hold up your notebook there. If you're watching us on YouTube." She goes, "Oh, I already wrote." I was like, "How did you like I told you this 15 minutes ago." And she already has it all written down. So
my gut instinct was like, that's too hard to pick moments. So then I sat down with my notebook, and I am that personality type that like needs to take notes and stuff. And I just wrote down all the titles, and I said, okay, what do I like? What do I like?
There we go.
What's my first thought? And that's what I went with.
So
and you know what?
What is it?
I'll start with this. The movie I realized I have a lot of favorite moments was not the movie I thought it was going to be.
I bet you I know which one it is.
What is it?
Attack of the Clones.
No.
Oh, okay. Which one is it?
My all-time favorite Star Wars movie is Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
A New Hope.
Has all your favorite Star Wars moments?
Has like way more favorite Star Wars moments than any other movie or show.
Well, that makes sense because that was the first one. You know what I mean? Like that was the one that started.
You like everything about it. Yeah. I was surprised.
And what's great about A New Hope and the original trilogy is like with all these new projects that come out, it like it paints a new like picture for those movies. So I can kind of see how that works. So let's just get into it. Craig is going to be jumping on here in a bit, and then I'm going to ambush him with these questions, and he's probably going to be very, very confused because I didn't tell him. He only told us just a little while ago that I can be on, and I was like, oh, great. Not great. I want him to join, but it's just like, oh man.
There he is.
Okay, there he is. Okay, I can talk to him. I'm going to ask him, give me a thumbs up if you're ready. He looks really intense right now. Okay, so y'all can't see it, but we can see like a preview of who's in the waiting room, and I'm just like, oh, he's ready. He's ready. Craig. Welcome, Craig. How are you?
Oh, I love your shirt. You're so ready for the season.
Oh my!
Ooh, I was sleeping. I fell asleep putting my daughter to sleep.
I love it.
Yeah, I put my daughter to sleep and I fell asleep. So I'm like still waking up.
Well, good, because we're gonna do a pop quiz right now. You ready? I'm just kidding.
I'm ready.
So
no, it
was Lord Van Quandish.
That's how did you know? I'm just kidding. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna list our favorite moments from each of the Star Wars movies.
Okay.
9.
All 9 movies. Even if you have a Solo and Rogue One moment, if you have a Clone Wars and Rebels moment, do that as well.
Okay.
But yeah, so Mariana, I don't know if you saw at the beginning, she actually already has all of her, she has it all written down. So since she does have notes, what is your favorite moment in The Phantom Menace?
Probably when Darth Maul and Obi-Wan are in that sequence real quick where they're both going one-on-one. Really fast. That's probably my favorite moment of that movie.
The build up to that, and then like Ewan McGregor, like
it's so intense. And
then ready.
But you know what? I also love that butterfly flip that Darth Maul does when he
backwards,
and then he like backs up like, yeah, come at me. You know,
that is
where
a good
they're
one.
fighting. They're still in the hangar.
Yes,
that's a great moment when he does that little flip.
So,
I asked Ray Park about that somewhere.
Oh wow!
A long time ago, a long time. Maybe it was even like Disney Week, and he called it a butterfly flip.
Interesting.
I remember asking him that, and he told me. I was like, "Oh, I love that move. That was so awesome."
That is really cool.
But that was like a quick moment. So I would say the other one's a little bit longer. You know, that where they're both going at each other, and he cuts the blade in half.
Yeah, and he kicks him in the gut. Oh,
yeah, that's probably my favorite moment there.
Nice.
Well, my favorite moment to piggyback off of that is the duel between Darth Maul, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan in that whole sequence, especially when. So my favorite part of the duel,
because it's like 15 minutes long.
I love all of it. No, my favorite part is when they're in that hallway and it starts closing off section by section. And then you see the way they meditate, and it's very much like a Jedi versus a Sith. And Qui-Gon sits down and he starts meditating when he has that moment, while Darth Maul is just pacing back and forth, to like get himself ready for it. That is my favorite moment.
And he gives that sneer, like,
yes,
he sneers like that.
The anger and just the pacing, you feel it for sure.
What about you, James?
I'm always mad that Obi-Wan just can't run that much more fast. You know what I mean? Like, just you're almost there.
He just got there.
I know, it's frustrating.
Mine is controversial. My favorite moment in the Phantom Menace is the pod racing. Like,
and that's not too controversial. That's
as a kid, it was the Darth Maul and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon fight. Like, that was everything. Seeing Darth Maul was like, that was what I was waiting for when I saw the movie. It wasn't until years later I was watching the pod racing and I was like, oh my gosh,
it's a great scene.
This is amazing.
But it's like, it's more than a scene though. It's like, it's like a 10-minute race probably.
Yeah.
Probably more than that. And so you got to pick a moment from that race.
It's the moment from that race is whenever no, I already know the part. It's the third lap, and there's an overhead shot of Sebulba and Anakin going through the canyon, and the way that looks, it's like the most beautiful visual.
Oh, and it's like going like that, like
and they're both moving. Yeah,
that is a really pretty visual.
Always sticks with me. And I remember the first time I saw it as a kid, I was like, that looks so real. As an adult, I'm still like, that looks still to this day real.
No, and that's also a great part.
Yeah, that's a great moment. And
also another notable moment is we'll take the long way.
Yes.
And then ball and the door, we'll handle it.
We'll handle this.
Way. Yeah. And then he pulls out the double-bladed lightsaber and you're like, what?
What was interesting was that there was the original plan for that was just a normal hilt, like the regular, like Obi-Wan Kenobi Qui-Gon hilt with just two blades going on either side. Yeah. But Ray Park is the one who suggested it needs to be bigger because I can't move it. I can't hold it and do what I want to do with such a small hilt. So that's when they actually made it longer for him.
Yeah, because it is really long in that one scene where he fights Qui-Gon, right? By himself.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's already long there. So yeah, fun fact. I have a few fun facts. All right. So Craig went first for that one. So Attack of the Clones. Mary, go first for Attack of the Clones.
It's not a great scene, but it is my favorite. Is when he's standing in the rain. He's standing in the rain.
Are we taking a moment or a whole scene, right?
It could be. Let's just say. Let's just say a whole scene. It's our podcast. We can just say whatever we want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When he's in the rain and he's doing the comm and he's like telling them, "I'm here on Camino." Blah blah blah. I follow the bounty hunter, Jango Fett. I thought that was really great. And then I love the backstory. So this is not in the movie, but the backstory of how he got Daniel Logan to make that face at him. And stuff about like
scenes, yeah.
Yes, and they like trying to get him to look at him like really suspicious, and he's like, "Look, just look at me like I just farted." and stuff. And then Daniel gave him that look, and it just worked so great.
They're like, that's the
I
take.
actually give James that same look every time he mentions Last Jedi.
I can't wait to hear your favorite moment in The Last Jedi. It's the end credits.
It doesn't exist.
Oh, come on. Credits. You got to at least name one.
Every moment of that movie.
You got to at least name one. At least one moment. But we're not there. We're not there. We're not there. We're not there. Just wait. Just wait. So the
rain dying on my computer.
The rain scene in that rain sequence when he's on Camino, and yeah, that's a good moment.
I even like at the very end too. Like just the ending of it is really great. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the last four. That was I was gonna say like that. The battle.
Yes.
Everything from once they go into the arena and to the end of that movie is I'm like, this is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. And the story, the story beats of Attack of the Clones is so unique compared to every other Star Wars movie. Like how like first act, second act, third act is completely different than any of the other movies. And I'm like,
agree.
That's pretty
impressive. Scene in the foundry, the droid foundry, is so bad.
You don't like that scene?
No, it goes on for like 11 minutes. It's way too long.
It's C-3PO's shining moment in that movie.
In that movie, I suppose.
Yeah.
No, it was just too long for me. It was just. I think George was like, we got to sell more battle droid toys.
Well, honestly, it was, we needed another, he said, because I think the scene was they get captured and they talk to Count Dooku, and that was it. And I think, I think the story goes, he added in that whole sequence so there could be an action scene, which I liked. I thought I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was pretty good.
It's too long.
R2-D2 saves the day again, you know,
as always.
He saves Padme from getting melted.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it was too long.
So what was your favorite moment?
There's probably two. I'll give you them both. When Anakin fights Dooku with both sabers for a moment, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
And then when Yoda pulls out his lightsaber and starts flipping around for the first time. I mean, who could forget? The whole movie theater just exploded. We couldn't believe we were watching Yoda flipping around. Like, you never knew how he fought, and there he goes.
Sounds just like that was crazy.
If you had to pick a favorite Yoda, puppet Yoda or CGI Yoda?
Oh, that's hard. Puppet Yoda. I will say
Puppet Yoda's not flipping around and dueling.
That's okay.
Frank Oz masterfully, puppeteered Yoda to the point where you didn't doubt that it was a puppet.
Yeah, that's so true.
Is that giant cat?
Yes, it is actually.
So Dad, feed me.
Not gonna listen to my toys.
I think my favorite moment, and I've said it before on the podcast, but it's right after the clone army shows up. They evacuate.
I'm gonna move a chair so he can jump on.
So if we see a giant cat walking across the camera, across the lens, we know what that was.
It's actually the smaller of the giant cats.
That
my gosh,
was the smaller of the cats.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're both Maine Coons, so they're both really big, but there's one is considerably larger than the other.
Oh no.
That's amazing.
I fear for you.
No, they're the best. They're like big teddy bears. They're so friendly and loving. They're like the best temperament ever.
The first time that cat came across the screen, I was like, "There's a bobcat in your house, dude. You need to get out.
You got to. Don't listen to him.
The little one.
He's a bobcat.
The little one of the two is actually like a baby. He's like literally like a big baby, and he talks all the time, and he's always meowing. He's just like the biggest baby that you could ever imagine in a cat. It's serious. And the other one is like a big teddy bear. They're both I've never had cats with these kind of temperaments. They're just so chill. They're awesome.
I've never had a cat.
They're like little Wookiees.
Good to know.
Or Ewoks.
That's so cute. That is just so cute. Oh gosh.
Thank you, Craig, for telling us all of that.
I'll bring them to if they come in here, I'll introduce you.
Well, we appreciate it. Yeah, please do come in. Yes, please. All right. So what is Craig, what's your favorite moment in Revenge of the Sith?
Oh man. Let me come back to that one. Did you give your second one for episode 2 yet?
I thought I did.
The end?
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I got distracted by the cat. It's right after the clone army shows up. They take all the Jedi out of the arena. As the shuttle is exiting the arena, it pulls up right in front of the camera, and then as it pulls up, you see 2 rockets lock into place, and it was just like George Lucas saying, "All right, another battle's about to start." Like, that was cool. The arena with all the Jedi showing up was cool. Check this out next. And that shot, that moment, I remember my brother and I were like, we hit each other. We're like, all right, this is gonna get even better. And it did. And then you see the clone army attacking the battle droids, and I was like, this is so cool. So yeah, that's
a good
moment
one
that I'm like, this is cool.
And there were a couple other ones that people might say, how about with Slave 1 and that seismic charge?
Oh my god.
That is my favorite sound. That is my ringtone for a text message for like 10 years.
It was like a delay. And then all of a sudden it was like
I remember the audio. I remember like when we saw that, my brothers and I just went, oh, like we're like, whoa, that was never heard that before in Star Wars. And
that part was awesome there.
That part was amazing.
Yeah. Is that the first time we hear it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Anakin tearing up those Tusken Raiders.
Oof.
It was good. But then I really do like the scene where he's like, they're like animals, so I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them.
I like that scene because it's your first moment of being like, oh,
I can see why this guy. Yeah, I can see why this dude would turn to the dark side.
Well, I mean,
but it's also the moment where I start to really dislike Padme. I'm like, girl, like, he literally just killed everybody, and you're like, this is the guy I'm gonna have a child with. Yeah, this is what's happening.
I mean, if somebody killed your mom, you might want revenge on them all too. Especially they're like monsters. It's not like we know what they, if they're attacking people and they kill people and all those other things,
But Book of Boba Fett has taught us differently.
Well, there are different tribes and whatnot, but
look on your face right now, Craig, was so perfect. Oh man.
I mean, it's true. But what we had seen of them, everything we saw them prior to that was horrible.
Yeah,
they captured her, they tortured her, and for no reason, or Palpatine made them do it. I don't know, maybe.
Who knows? Maybe that's the next show. Tusken Raiders.
I'd watch that.
What if the Tusken Raiders are having nightmares because of Palpatine, and they're like sleeping like this in their tent, and then he's like, "Do it, kill them, find her."
Maybe. Who knows?
Palpatine Craig is my favorite Craig. I swear.
The Tusken Raider nightmare Craig is my favorite. Right now. All right, let's move to Revenge of the Sith. Mary, what's your favorite moment in Revenge of the Sith?
It was hard to do. A Tusken screen and nobody heard it.
I heard it. I was really trying not to look at you while you did it.
You heard it. Don't worry.
Oh, God. Not easy to pull off.
Do you need more water?
I might.
Revenge of the Sith. The scene in the opera booth where Palpatine starts talking about Darth Plagueis.
Yes.
Which part of the moment, though?
The whole thing?
The moment. No, the speech is great, but the moment Anakin looks at him and is like, how do you know? I need a solution to this, and you're giving me what I need. And I think that's that moment.
To learn this power.
Yeah. And I think
Jedi.
That's the moment he really starts. I feel like they've been already bonding and he was a mentor to him, but that's the moment when it cements that they have a relationship. That Palpatine felt so comfortable to say that, knowing Anakin has not talked to him, that he doesn't know about Padme and all these things and stuff, and Anakin doesn't even question it. Like, how do you know? How do you know this, right?
Yeah.
But it cements that relationship. So when the Jedi ask him to spy on him and they don't trust him, he's like, no, like that's that betrayal and stuff that really like pushes him over to the edge, you know?
But Anakin did talk to Palpatine about the Tusken Raiders. He does mention that. But do you remember the Tusken Raiders they did to your mother? It was like he was like for me, it's like
manipulation.
It's like he was already manipulating him, and then that scene is when he's like, "All right, I'm gonna just
seal the deal.
I'm gonna go all out."
It was only natural. You they cut off your hand, and you wanted revenge.
Exactly. Yeah. See,
and then I have to mention it, but it's I have the high ground. How do you beat that? You can't beat that. That whole monologue, that whole speech, that back and forth between them on Mustafar. It's just beautifully written. The fight is really beautiful. Everything. Even watching like Hayden Christensen, Anakin crawling up and stuff like that. Still like completely cut apart, charred to bits and stuff. And he still has the will to like try to go after Obi-Wan in that moment.
He wasn't going after Obi-Wan. He was just
trying to get out.
He's trying to pull himself out from sliding back down in that lava bank.
Fun fact, that fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan is the longest sword fight in movie history.
Whoa.
Well, that would be appropriate.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like when you tell people it's in Star Wars, they go, "Oh, that makes sense." It's like it does, but at the same time, you're like, "That's crazy to think about." That in all story of cinema, the longest sword fight, Anakin versus
really. I feel like some type of I don't know samurai movie would beat that.
Me too. That's what I would have thought. But
yeah. Can I name one? No,
they didn't have.
But
the
I
budget.
think one. Yes.
They George Lucas. They didn't have Rick McCallum as the producer on that. On their movies, the greatest ESPN producer in history. All right, Craig, what's your favorite moment in Revenge of the Sith?
Probably the stop, come back, I love you, liar. With him, you brought him here to kill me.
That's a great moment.
That scene right there.
And why did Obi-Wan come out looking all like just? Standing there, and I was like, he could have approached it a little differently, but he's just sitting up there like,
if you walked around that Jedi temple, you'd be pretty mad too.
Fair enough. Yeah, he was ready to throw hands, which he did. So that whole the pre fight scene, the dialogue between them, and I brought peace and justice, and security to the
and then choking Padme like that, and she's like, Anakin. No.
Man, you're just full of great voices tonight, man. That's crazy. That was intense.
Let her go, Anakin.
I think we should just do a whole night where Craig reenacts the whole movie. So
oh God, I would love that.
I do the music too.
Oh my goodness.
That's probably my favorite scene right there.
That's
a good one.
That's a good one. Not gonna lie. It's a great one. I think for me, my favorite scene is the very end, watching Leia being, taken to Alderaan, and then watching Luke be taken to Tatooine.
Yeah.
There's something so sweet about seeing Leia as a baby and then hearing her theme playing, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is it. It's happening. We're seeing it. We're seeing this moment happen. That for me. I remember I was almost in tears, and I was like, "This is so good. It's coming. It's all coming back around." Then you see Luke being handed off to Aunt Beru, and I was like, "This is great. This is magical." And Oh, fun fact: at the end of each,
the same baby.
Was it the same? It wasn't the same baby.
It is the same baby.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, good to know.
Which would make sense. They're twins.
They're twins. Might as well. After every movie, during the end credits, it goes bum ba dum ba dum bum 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 bum, and they do like that little bit, and then the music fades, and then the main theme of that movie starts to play. Like at the end of Phantom Menace, Duel of the Fates played. At the end of Attack of the Clones, the love theme, Across the Stars played. At the end of Revenge of the Sith, it's Leia's theme that's played. It's not a Revenge of the Sith theme. It's Leia's theme is played, which I was always curious why John Williams did that for Revenge of the Sith.
That is interesting.
To end it with Leia, and I was like, And then you get to Battle of Heroes, which is the fight, that we love.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun. I've always wondered that. Always questioned why did they go with Leia's theme. But anyways,
every time I hear Across the Stars, I just think of weddings now. Like any of my Star Wars friends who get married, that's what they use.
That song grew on me. It wasn't my favorite theme when I first heard it. I remember thinking, "Oh, sounds a little disappointing." Personally, when I first watched it, but over time that theme has grown on me, and I think I went to a like a tribute to John Williams, and the violinist was playing that on the stage, and I remember just like I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And then ever since then I fell in love with it, but not at first.
Yeah, every time I hear it, I just think of weddings now.
What about you, Craig? You like that theme?
I do. Yeah, I like.
Did you like it when you first heard it? Were you like, okay, this is Star Wars. This is a Star Wars love.
I think so. I don't remember not liking it.
Interesting. I guess I'm the weird guy here.
Well, I mean, we've been saying that for a while, but I didn't want to.
All right. Now comes the fun part. Wait, should we do Solo in Rogue One while we're in the middle?
I can skip Solo.
Yeah, Rogue One. I haven't watched Solo in a while. Rogue One. I mean, I love Rogue One.
Me too.
I just watched part of that recently with Jenna. Let me think. Jeez, favorite part from Rogue One. Give me a minute. There's so many to choose from.
While you think of that one,
obviously the Vader scene is incredible.
Oh, yes.
This.
So my favorite scene used to be the Vader scene in the hallway. Now it's the opening dialogue after watching the shows. Man has the opening scene of Andor and his conversation with the guy and then killing the dude.
Dr. Krennic and Galen Erso?
No, after
No.
When you first see Andor.
Okay, with Andor and the guy about the plans. Okay.
Yeah, that scene now completely different. Now after watching Andor season 1 and 2.
Agreed.
That is now my new favorite scene in Rogue One.
And also the line where he says, "You're not the only one who's lost everything." Like when he says that to Jen Erso, now you're like, "Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense now." That you see what he's been through.
He's lost more than he knows.
Exactly.
More than he knows.
And we'll just admit that Andor is still the greatest, one of the greatest Star Wars things ever to be written. Just
absolutely.
Just I was talking about it this weekend, and I was like, "Gosh, that was such a great show." Anyways,
if you haven't seen Andor yet, and many people haven't given it a try yet,
which is crazy,
it's a little bit slow in the first season.
Yeah,
you have to warn people because they get turned off. But once it gets to that heist, it starts to really pick up, and then it's got some incredible, some of the best TV you'll ever see in that prison. What is it? I guess trilogy. Was it? How many episodes were it?
3? I think it was 3. Yeah.
That prison arc, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
I mean,
the prison arc is my favorite.
It's pretty incredible because it goes from the heist to the prison arc, and then and I'm like, like Craig says, once you get to that spot, it doesn't let up. It's relentless.
It's like on a whole other level. It's like
wow. And you're like, and you look back at those first 3 episodes, going, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" And like, you get it. I get it. They set up everything, obviously.
The story building.
But man, you look back and you just go, "Gosh," it makes me so sad that people are like, "Oh, I saw the first few episodes. I don't want to watch." I was like, there's literal gold right after that.
They don't know what they're missing.
I'll tell people to skip the second episode, watch the ending of the 3rd episode, and then go straight into it, because it starts too slow. It's just kind of story building. It's like you just need to know who Andor is and who these people are. That's it. And you get that at the end. So I sometimes forget the prison and the bank are all in one season.
Yeah.
I forget that it's all in one season. But I love that the prison, the Narkina 5 prisoners, have now kind of taken over at conventions as the guy running with the ice cream maker, the little bank and stuff. Now no one does the ice cream thing. Everyone does the Narkina 5.
And they all start running around yelling a one way out.
That's my gosh, James, do you remember that in Japan?
Yes.
So, Craig, Craig, everyone else watching. When we were in Japan,
I'm the only one watching right now.
Yes.
So Craig, when we were in Japan, we went and saw a panel, and at that panel, they gave us a ticket to go get a poster.
Okay.
So James and I left the panel. We're heading to go get our poster, but the room this poster in only has one entry and one exit.
That's right. That's right.
So everybody is like squished together, just trying to get past each other. Literally the entire hall where everyone was getting their posters and the one to get out of it was just screaming one way out. And it was the best thing ever.
It was
so good. Yeah.
I have a similar story at Celebration in Florida. Whenever they finally opened up, remember, Craig, everyone was sitting in that arena or in the waiting area just to get your wristband to go to the 40th panel. And then
a nightmare.
It was horrible. But once they opened the door for us to finally go to the hall where we can finally see the panel, everyone started running. Like everybody started, because it was like, horrible. Oh my gosh, we're fine. And they were yelling, whoa, whoa, everybody, like telling us to stop and yelling, whoa. And you hear people in the back going, whoa, whoa. And I started doing it too. And I was like, this is hilarious.
I don't remember people doing that. I was too far in the front.
You were already inside.
Should I explain to some people how like this played out? So we're in this really huge room like this, huge, just massive, like thousands and thousands of people.
When he says thousands, he's not exaggerating. There were literally thousands of people.
We had lined up all night. Okay. And James, how many people would you say we had been back? 500 people? At least a few hundred people, right?
Yeah, we're back. Yeah, at least a few hundred, maybe like 600 people back. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. We were far back, and we had waited like over 24 hours, I think. I can't even remember how long we were there. It was crazy. And we got there super early in the afternoon. So I was surprised we were that far back, but people would put their stuff and then they let 10 people in the group ahead of you, right? So what happened is it was like roped off back and forth. But instead of like directing the people at the front of the line to go straight and leave that part and walk them all the way to the room where it was going to be at, that for some bizarre reason, they start making all of these people going around the room in like a circle. Am I right, James?
Yeah.
Imagine thousands of people, except there's hardly any people working it. Like a handful of people trying to make thousands of people go in a circle, right? But then for some reason, like nobody was directing us and guiding us, and we had been there all night, and we're like, what are we supposed to be doing here? And so people just start walking to the door and the exit, because and everybody, so all these people that were in front of us were like way back over here when the exit was like over here. And they're just and it doesn't look far, but it was really far. So people that had been at the front wound up way in the back because of this nonsense of walking them in circles.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
We're not going to say the name. We're not going to say the name of the people who were running the thing, but they had just gotten there that morning. Like
nobody knew what to do.
They did not have any idea what to do. So when he says we left, and I saw some people leaving, like exiting out the door, but then I saw everyone else still kind of going in the circle. And I was like, I guess we keep going in the circle. Then we ended up being right back in the line we were at for another 2 hours. And I was ready to give up. I was like, I am done. This is ridiculous. And it was horrible. It was a horrible experience.
And then everybody just starts walking fast like power walking as fast as you can. So then it gets worse. So then you get into this room, and we're going to say it's like shaped like this, right? Where the front of the stage is here, and there's rows here, there's rows off to the side, and there's rows off to the side. Okay. Actually, let me flip it this way, because you can see this little section right here. Imagine this whole section here is filled with Nissan employees. All the people that had waited all night, the Nissan employees took like the first 30 rows, and we were way back here. Am I right?
Yeah, I was in the second
footage of this. I could show
it. I'm in shock that they let you guys spend the night there.
That was the last year they no, I think they did it again And no, that was it. That was the last year they did the spending the night. After that, they were like, we're not doing this anymore.
That's insane. Like I thought Japan's lottery system kind of sucked in the sense of like you get what you get. Doesn't matter how soon you log in, how late you log in, you just get tossed in there, I guess, and it's the luck of the draw. But I would much rather deal with that than having to spend the night on a concrete floor and then ending up in the back of the auditorium.
I actually have the footage here. I might be able to show it.
I don't think we're going to get to the rest of the movies.
We were going to do a part 2 after this.
We were not happy. And for Rogue One, I would say that probably there were some really good deaths in Rogue One.
Oh,
Chirrut's death was really good, and K2SO's death was really good. They were both really emotional.
For me, it's Bodhi's death that's the one. He's trying his damnedest to get this thing connected. He gets it, and they throw the bomb in the ship, and he just stares at it like oh, and then he blows up. And then I love that it blows up, and then it cuts to what's his name on the beach with Chirrut, and he looks over at the explosion, knowing that we're not leaving. You know what I mean? Like he hits that moment where he says, "We're not going. There's no way we're gonna get out of this." Oh, just so good. And of course,
the hug,
but Chirrut,
the hug with Jin and Andor.
Oh yeah, you know that interview with Tony Gilroy saying that it was like a dead body on a table when he got to Rogue One. It's like, how bad was we'll never know. We're never gonna know. But those words just like hit. You're like, wow, how bad was it?
It's kind of crazy.
That he was like, it was like
turned out to be a fantastic movie.
I mean,
what's your favorite Rogue One moment, James?
Me, I'm kind of boring. The ending, the very last moment where you see Leia and they say, "What did they give us?" And she says, "Hope." And I was like, "Yes." And then the ship shoots off into hyperspace, and I said, "A New Hope." I was like, this is perfect. Like that ending I thought was perfect. And
that was pretty good. And then the Vader scene.
The Vader scene, I think I was more confused because I'm like the continuity of it didn't make sense for me because of how we see him in A New Hope and how he's just kind of like, if this is a whatever ship, where's the ambassador? It's like, what this ship is. Why are you being crazy? Like, why are you skirting around this what happened? But I still love it. I still love the Vader scene, but for me it's Leia is what seals the deal for me.
I feel like that Vader scene is so like evident, like if it's done well, people will forgive things like that.
I agree. I think, and it was done well, and thank God for the editor for editing the movie and just having this moment of being like, there's always that moment where an editor has an idea and you just go, okay, you've been looking at this thing for how long? What do you think? And that he was the one who suggested, I think you need to have Vader come back one more time. And it was cool. It was a great moment, but Leia at the very end was my favorite.
I just love seeing Vader in just a mindless rage.
Yes.
That was
these people just completely helpless against him. Like,
oh yeah,
there was nothing they could do to even.
He just goes like, he just pulls all their weapons, and you're like, oh, okay, like just, oh my gosh.
I love that, and I love that they kind of recreate that in a different way in the Obi-Wan series when he's walking through the village and like people are hiding, and he literally just grabs a person, like force grabs them, and forks like breaks their neck as he's just strolling through the town. And it's just Vader mindlessly killing people. It's
I will
crazy.
Seeing Vader unleashed, if you may.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. And it was unexpected. I think a lot of people going into Rogue One, like now, they're like, oh yeah, that was such a cool moment. It was like, yeah, but when it first came out, I didn't think that was going to happen. I had zero thought that we were, because once we saw Vader and once we see him again, I was like, that's it. There's no way they're going to do anything else with Vader. Like there's what else can you do with him? And
there's so much.
Pleasantly surprised. It was pretty cool. And I've heard a lot of people back when the movie first came out. A lot of people said that was the best part. Everything else was boring.
Oh gosh,
but
incorrect.
I have the footage here of Star Wars Celebration. If you guys want to see this.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Kind of. I can see the screen, the stage screen.
So look at how far back I'm going to hit play and show it to you. Okay, so look at how all those seats up in here say reserved.
Okay.
And look at all the people that had been waiting out. Look at all those white papers. Those are reserved. So people can't sit there. People that had waited all night. And then watch on this side too. On the other side. Look at all these papers. You're going to see it, I think. Maybe not in this video. Okay. There's one more. Oh, that's Ashley Eckstein. Here's Ashley Eckstein, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Here's me asking her if Ahsoka's alive.
Thank you. Thank you.
Does Ahsoka live?
I can't say. I think she lives, and that's just my opinion.
Thank you.
Good answer.
So that was in April of 2017. When
that was before
knew.
That was before her Ahsoka lives comment. I think she wore a shirt that said something like that or posted something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember where it was with that, but it was definitely we didn't have any idea. So here is look at all these reserve spots. Look at that. But in front of us, this whole area was roped off, and most of those people were wearing niche. So those are the people in the back that would waited all night. Reserved for who? Then all those are reserved, and all these people in front of us, and a lot of them were wearing like Nissan shirts and stuff like that. I remember it. I was like, "What is this?"
Are you planning on going to 2027 celebration, Greg?
For sure, I'll be there.
Okay.
And it's
David
sad.
and I were speaking the other day about it.
I'll definitely be there.
Okay, cool.
Be there.
And hopefully,
no reason for you not to be there.
Will come on the podcast.
I will wear my cowboy hat if he comes on the podcast. That is my ultimate goal, to meet Dave Filoni and have him sign my cowboy hat.
What's really interesting is in 2017, when Dave Filoni was brought onto stage, he was just the guy who created Clone Wars. That was all
Not
he
anymore.
was. And it's crazy to think that that's how far it's in the past 10 years, how far because when he came on stage, we all stood up and clapped for him. And I remember telling
the guy who did Avatar.
No,
Airbender.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Airbender. Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I remember telling, I wasn't married to her, but I was with her, my wife. I was like, "Oh, he did the Clone Wars," and she was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Yeah, okay." I was like, "If you don't," but I wasn't anything against her. It was just like, "Oh, if you don't know who he is, you don't." It's like, okay, whatever.
You don't know.
Now, you know what I mean? You hear Dave Filoni go, "Oh my gosh, yes, Dave Filoni, this Dave." It was just crazy to think in the span of 10 years where he was and where he is now. Is
things can change every day, you know?
Yep.
Be amazing.
I remember I got to be in the first time when he was coming to Star Wars weekends.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I have some old school photos that he used to take the time to draw on each one, like Asajj Ventress and Ahsoka and stuff like that. He was really friendly and cool dude.
He's super nice. He is super, super nice. I've run into him at the park. Stops, says hello. He'll get it. And like, if you're like just with your phone out, he'll be like, grab a picture. Like, he's super nice like that.
Why don't you invite him on the podcast?
This was before I was on the podcast.
This was literally just knew about the podcast.
Now there's a lot.
I was listening at the time, but like he was just walking with Josh D'Amaro. At that time, Josh D'Amaro was just like the VP of Disneyland merch and stuff. And he was just walking with him. And I was like, "Hey, Josh." And then Josh stopped and went, "Hello." And then I saw it was Dave Filoni. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Dave Filoni." And he heard me say that because I can't just think thoughts. I have to say thoughts. I went, "Oh my God, it's Dave Filoni." And then he was like, "Hey, do you want to take a picture?" And I was all like, okay. And then my phone was like dead. And I was like, "My phone's dead." And he's like, "Oh, next time." And I was like, "There's going to be a next time."
Next time you see him, be like, "Hey, this is next time," and then get the picture.
I was like, "Do you remember me? I was that random person whose phone was dead."
Now you know to keep your phone like fully charged whenever you're in parks.
That was the day I learned to keep a backup battery.
He used to listen to podcasts, so maybe he listens, maybe he tunes in.
Dave, it's me.
Maybe he likes my don't get cocky trivia.
Maybe he does.
He probably does. He's the one who's leaving us all the comments and messages to keep it going.
One of my favorite memories of Dave Filoni was at Celebration in Anaheim, and he was doing the some Clone Wars. I think he was introducing Tales of the Jedi. That was the first time we saw Tales of the Jedi, and somebody in the crowd yelled, "Where's Ezra?" And everybody started like yelling and screaming. And then he goes, "Okay." He goes, just know, I know where he is.
We all do.
I know where he is. So that's all I'm gonna say. And I was like, that's so cool. He's pretty much telling everybody, I already know what's gonna happen with this. Yeah. Anyways, who's moving their cords? Is that you, Craig?
No,
it's probably me. I need a fidget spinner or something.
You do need a fidget spinner. Yeah, all the listeners are probably like, what was that? Yeah, that was Mary messing with the cords.
Sorry. I need a fidget spinner.
Okay, I think we only have time for A New Hope now. So, or should we do Clone Wars?
Let's do Clone Wars.
I'd have to think about
maybe we do trilogy, like saga by saga, like trilogy by trilogy.
So we did the prequels.
Yeah,
which was pretty great. The prequels.
So we'll do Clone Wars.
What, now or next time?
No, now we'll do Clone Wars, and that'll kind of finish up.
So here's okay. I'm just gonna say my favorite arc in Clone Wars was an arc that I didn't think I was gonna like.
The one with the droids going around with the detective, like Columbo.
He's not a Columbo. He's the little general guy. He's the little frog dude. When they're on that.
I was only kidding. That was the worst one. You like that one?
I loved that arc. No, knock it off. There was something really interesting about it because they go on a mission, they crash land on a desert planet, and then they're trying to get home, and that's when they find that one clone trooper who had amnesia, didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
I remember I was like, and then like by like the second episode of that arc, I was like, oh, this is the most fascinating thing. And then what was even cooler was they asked George Lucas, and he was like, that's my favorite arc in the Clone Wars. And Dave Filoni is like, oh, it's so boring. What?
I need proof of this.
Oh, no, he said it. He was in an interview with Dave Filoni, and he said, that's my favorite.
Interview. I'm not believing it till I see it.
Okay.
I love it.
Anyways.
I refuse.
But then it ends with the ship coming out of hyperspace and it almost crashes into the Republic cruiser. It was like, that was just incredible. Like everything about that was amazing. So
yeah,
I barely made it through that arc.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Clone Wars just has so many great moments.
Yeah, like when they're trying
it's also a huge,
they're trying to get a loan from the banking clan, and they're like, "Please don't raise our interest." Remember, I was like, "Whoa, that's what this whole episode is." Like, if you're gonna raise the interest for us, you have to also raise it for the Trade Federation, and blah 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 blah. And and I was like, kids are not going to understand this. Like, this is great. But yeah, anyways.
That moment was not for kids. That moment was for us millennials trying to get a mortgage.
That was for us trying to like figure out how are they paying for this war. And I'm pretty sure George Lucas was like, we've never seen where the money comes from in the wars. And it was like, okay, interesting. Now we know there's a banking clan that they all go to. Anyways.
That's funny.
What do you got, Craig? What was your favorite moment in Clone Wars?
Or arc?
Ahsoka confronting Maul.
Ooh,
and yes.
Maul says he is the key to everything.
He tells her everything. He tells her the whole truth.
That is the best scene. Oh my gosh, that scene is so good.
Yeah, that is a good one.
That's my favorite.
I love right before it when she's like gliding down from like ship to ship.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was, and what I love about that moment, when she lands for a split second, you can hear Rey's theme. Like it's so subtle. It's like a couple of notes, and then it cuts right. Yes, I'm not even kidding. You can hear a little bit of Rey's.
Are you sure it's not just like a repetition in both themes?
Maybe. All I know is when she landed and that ship explodes behind her and she posed, I was like,
"Oh yeah,
this is the hero." Like this,
that trilogy was great. Those 3 episodes.
It was 4 episodes. The Siege of Mandalore. That was
Siege of Mandalore.
Shattered. I think Shattered is the one where she confronts him, right?
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the trailer for that they showed at Celebration? It was all cool. It was all, and then it cut to black, and you hear Maul saying, "I was hoping for Kenobi. Why are you here?" And then it cuts to her fighting Maul, and everybody just went, "What?" Like that was so freaking cool, man.
That is a good one.
I also really liked the episode where Savage Opress and Maul fight Palpatine. That was awesome.
Good. That is a good one. I love that whole sequence of the Night Sisters giving her like official markings and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember when the Night Sisters showed up in Ahsoka, because my wife didn't watch Clone Wars, and so we get to the Night Sisters, and I was like, this is like deep lore in Star Wars now. It's like witches are like a thing, and it's done stupidly well in the Clone Wars. And when they showed up in Ahsoka, I was like, oh man, this is. But if you don't know, you're just like, this is weird. But no, I thought
I like them much better in Clone Wars than I did in Ahsoka.
I agree with that. I do like them in animation.
Well, yeah, because you really can't. I don't know. You have more freedom.
I do think they'll be cool in season 2. I think they're gonna be. I think we're gonna see zombie troopers or something in season 2.
We will see zombie troopers for sure, but I don't know how much the Night Sisters are really going to play in season 2 now.
Just because that one actress is in it,
Claudia Black, unless they've replaced her with a lookalike. I don't know. I don't know how much of a role they're going to play.
Why else are they bringing all those catacombs if not for like thousands of zombie witches?
I don't know, but I'm trying to remember. They have to be, because that was the whole deal that they had made with Thrawn, right?
Yeah. I think it's going to see some weird stuff with these systems.
Yeah, but I don't remember anything about Night Sisters in that like makeshift trailer, like teaser that they showed us.
But that's
am I forgetting it?
No, you're not. But I think Filoni, I think he held things back, just like with the original Empire Strikes Back teaser. We never saw Yoda. You know what I mean? Like we never did. I don't think we ever saw Yoda. I don't think we ever saw a few other things. Like they only had a few.
Remember, and it's narrated by Harrison Ford.
By Harrison Ford. Yep. I heard I read a book by Paul.
Join our heroes as they return. Yep.
Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Han Solo.
And introducing Billy D. Williams as Lando Calrissian.
And it was beautiful.
Lando.
It is so. So you're like, wow.
Okay. George Lucas' favorite moment for the Star Wars Clone Wars is the entire episode, A Sunny Day in the Void, season 5, episode 11. He favored it because of its experimental, existential, and weird nature, and its strong connection to his first feature film, THX 1138. And so that's why he loves that arc, because it reminds him of his films he made when he was in college. I loved it because of the story. So.
Which episode? Which episodes was it? I'll have to go back and watch it.
It was the one in particular he likes. I think it was like a four episode arc, but the one in particular he likes is A Sunny Day in the Void, season 5, episode 11.
Okay,
so I'll text it to you, Craig. So I don't forget it.
I haven't watched that in a while.
It's a commitment. I tell people when you get to Clone Wars, it's like it's a commitment, but it's one of those things that's super important in Star Wars. Like a lot of things happen in Clone Wars that you see in all the movies. Every movie has a reference.
It just makes everything else make sense, you know?
Yeah. And who knew? I'm not going to lie. I know we're about to wrap up here, but I'm not going to lie. The first time I saw like the Clone Wars animated like style, like the Star, I was like, this looks weird. This doesn't look fun. Little did I know I was going to just be like, just like, this is the best stuff ever. And then Rebels after that was just oh my gosh.
Rebels has so many great moments too.
I do like Rebels more than Clone Wars though. Just want to throw that out there.
You're so weird.
I think I like Rebels a lot because it's one of the first times we get to meet a whole group of new people.
Yeah, that's it. That's a whole new set of people with their own problems and and it's like, okay,
the other side of the rebellion, you know.
It was really well done, and where it ends, you're just like, oh my gosh, this is good. I think Rebels is is one of the best.
What was it that came out recently that like Rebels had like a third of the budget that Clone Wars had, or something like that? That just came. I put it in the group chat not that long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see
I remember
that.
what you're talking about. Yeah, there was a video about I don't know if it was Rebels had the third of the budget. I think it was just like it was something along those lines, but it wasn't Rebels had a third of the budget or something.
Let me see if I can find it.
I was gonna say if it's Clone Wars, because you gotta remember Clone Wars had 7 seasons. So, and some of those seasons were 22 episodes long. And I remember hearing George Lucas saying, you know, there were moments doing Clone Wars, there was these problems, like they would have all these issues, like this. No one's ever animated something like this, and George Lucas, just like he did with the Phantom Menace, was
half
like,
the budget.
Figure it out. So, okay, say it again.
It says Rebels had roughly half the budget of the Clone Wars. Clone Wars averaged around $1 million per episode. Rebels was closer to 500,000.
It makes sense though, because actually, no, it doesn't make sense.
Voice actors, cost of voice actors from one to the other.
No, I think they had all those other seasons that they had gotten the animation down, so it was a lot cheaper.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it wasn't like
they didn't have to develop all the technology.
There you go. That's
that makes sense.
Interesting. But I'm not gonna lie. I mean, but again, people always criticize the lightsaber blades look different. Yoda looks different. Anakin looks. I was like, it's different animation styles. Like
I don't like the way Yoda looked. I will say that.
Yeah.
I do not like the way Yoda looked in Rebels.
I think Rebels, like, and like I said before, I showed my wife Rebels, and when it was over, she said, "This is Star Wars. This is my Star Wars." And I was like,
This is your Star Wars, James.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that looks so goofy.
But the story, the characters that are introduced, the stories that are told, Ezra's character, it's kind of a shame that Lucasfilm didn't kind of go with Ezra for the sequel trilogy, because it's like they introduced a really good character, and it's like, man, they could have done so much, but you know,
they're doing it now.
They're doing it now.
They're doing it now.
Yoda, you seek Yoda. Thank you very much. Careful.
No, that was Twitter.
Okay. Yeah, I know what he looks like. I see him. Yes.
James, hold me in your arms, you must.
And on that wonderful note, thank y'all so much for listening. And tune in next week for a couple of days, because we'll do the original trilogy, which I think is going to take a long time because there's so many. So many moments in the original trilogy, and hopefully David and Zach are listening and they can start making their lists.
Okay, before we go, because everybody's going to think, what the heck was Craig watching here? I'm going to show you this. It's very, very safe. In fact, I'll mute it, but this is a woman that was watching the "You Bow to No One" scene. It just kind of looked like it may have been inappropriate. But she's watching the "You Bow to No One." She's going to cry.
I've seen this video, but you're right. It doesn't look good.
See?
No, I've seen this video. I've seen it, but
okay. Well, I knew how it looked. I wanted to.
Thank you. So, listeners, in case you're wondering, he was
crying,
watching.
and we all cry.
We all cried when we saw that. That was such a great moment in Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. On that note, follow us on Instagram, Star Wars Stuff Pod. Check us out on X, Stuff Pod. Also, we have some Facebook. Actually, we have YouTube. So please, if you're listening to us on YouTube, subscribe, like, tell all your friends, share this video. We like to talk about Star Wars. If you would like to support us on Patreon, go to Star Wars Stuff Podcast 2187.
David couldn't be on the show tonight because he couldn't afford food. He was so hungry. And the Patreon people make that happen.
Yeah. And if you want to email David and apologize, I'm just joking. StarWarsStuffPodcast@gmail.com. Please send us emails. Let us know your thoughts. Give us some topics if you like, what you want to hear us talk about. Check us out on Star Wars Stuff Facebook group, as well as Star Wars Stuff podcast page. We post a lot of news. We also post a lot of memes. A lot of great Star Wars memes are posted on there. And yeah, if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star rating and write us a review. Even if it's bad or good, just give us a review. Okay. Some of them are bad, but that's just the way it is. I mean, that means people actually listen to us. That's what David tells me. He's like, if people give us a bad review, that means they actually listen. I was like, yeah, fair enough.
What if their review is, I don't listen to these guys?
What if they what?
What if the review says, I don't listen to these guys because they're so awful?
Well, then
they're liars.
Not a good review.
Yeah, you know what? You got a point there. I have nothing on that one. But again, thank you all so much for listening. We'll be back again with part 2 of this discussion. I didn't know it was gonna, but I'm glad. This was fun. But yeah, we'll be back with part 2. On behalf of Mary and Craig, I'm James, and may the force be with you.
Always.